Hello, good morning. The sun is rising over the late bloomer garden. You can see, and I'm waiting to see if it's going to, make me go white or what. And it's so pretty. I'm actually filming with my camera the sunrise, and you can kind of see it, right? It's right over my neighbor's house. And if it was farther into the summer, it would be over that neighbor's house. And she has a 30-foot pine tree that is gigantic, but it's on that side. So I get light earlier. And now I'm blinded. Jack. Jack can only be here for a little bit this morning, guys. He's our resident meteorologist. Jack is the one that alerted me to the tornado in Nashville. Most of you know that I was in Nashville last weekend, and in the middle of the night, I hear roaring, which is about the same pitch as the compressor on the air conditioner. And so I was, I woke up and I thought, is that the air conditioner compressor kicking in? And I'm going, no, that's continuing. That was continuous for like 2 hours. And, but I already knew. Jack had already alerted me to the very destructive possibilities of this tornado. And as it turns out, it was so destructive. And my heart goes out to all the families that were impacted. And wow, we're just lucky that my family and our reunion that I went to, that hotel was located in southwestern Nashville and not northwestern. Southwestern and not northeastern, I should say. Good morning, Lori. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Trudy. Trudy just responded to my Instagram post on this. And New Jersey is in the house. And I'm sure Brian from New Jersey will be tuning in. There he is. Brian. Brian follows me on all the social media, and I really appreciate that. Good morning, Dee, the frustrated gardener. Oh, I'm kind of frustrated myself. We're in the same boat. Beatrice Alonso, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You have no idea. Beatrice, can you remind me where you are located and if you have a garden? Good morning, Daryl. Yes, the killer tornado, everybody. Our Daryl is writing that it passed 1 mile from his house. So, and Denise, do you have power? The tornado, if you've been watching, Daryl, my new friend in Tennessee, has introduced me to Denise. You went to her log cabin for, what meal was that? Thanksgiving? Yeah. Right? Oh, my trips, I get all mixed up. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. That was the first. I did a bunch of live streams of all the food I ate over Thanksgiving, and Denise's was the first. The tornado went right between, they're 8 miles apart, and it went right between them and 1 mile from Daryl's house. So we're very lucky that Daryl. Oh, and Denise just got power. Hi, Dolores. Good morning, Diana at Faithful Flowers. Let's see. Yes. So, and since that tornado, Jack has had siding ripped off of his house. They've had very strong storms in Maryland. Kate is going to be, I hope you're going to be here for an hour. Guys, I can only do an hour today, and I'll tell you why. Today is for those of you who are just joining and may see this later and are just joining my channel, I am selling my beloved property, which I am now calling Late Bloomer Garden 1.0. And I am searching for Late Bloomer Garden 2.0. And I was thinking about moving to Tennessee. And then that tornado last weekend, I don't know. Um, but Jack reminds me, I'm sorry, when it's 48 degrees. So I just want you to know that I am doing this live stream in 48-degree weather just for you guys. And I hope that that sun doesn't blow me out. Anyway, and now John is here. We call him Happy. And I have a present from Happy that I'm going to open. I'm happy that I got that from Happy. Dolores, yes, I'm in Los Angeles, in specifically the community of Pacific Palisades, which I have to say, they used to say, let's see, what did they say? They said, if you're rich, you live in Beverly Hills. If you're famous, you live in Malibu. And if you're lucky, you live in the Palisades. And I feel very lucky to have been here for 25 years, 25 and a half. And came in July 4th of 1999. 1994. My son Walker was 3.5, a little over 3.5. And I wanted to tell you a story. This was back when I really went all out. And I gave a birthday party. I thought, we're just moving to the neighborhood. He's just started at Calvary Christian Preschool. We want to meet some parents. I'm going to give a party. And so in October, I gave this party. If anybody's asking me a question, yes, California is supposed to be warm. But anyway, I gave this party. And it was I did all Mexican food. I made homemade enchiladas. I didn't make the tortillas, but I made everything else. And everything was homemade and organic. So I, kind of wanted to set a standard, let people know where I stand with food and all that. And homemade desserts. Can't remember what all I had. And this was his 4th year birthday party. And I went and got as many of those refrigerator and washing machine cartons as I could find. And I started at one end of the house. You've seen that side of my house where my plum tree is. I started at the beginning of that side of the house. And I made a maze. I turned these boxes this way and that way. And I put holes all over, so they have to climb and climb and climb and climb and climb over and climb through. And at the beginning and at the very end, I made a big cardboard dinosaur head and I painted it. Wow, that is too bright. Hold that thought. Woo! Let's try that. On the back. Spill everything. Wait. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Let's get and just in that sweet spot. As the sun goes up, it'll get better. Okay, so let's see. Dolores, you can see a lot more of my garden if you're talking about my garden. A star 444. Yes, I was just saying that. Maybe did you miss the beginning? Yes. So this property has been sold. And today is the final walkthrough of the new owners, and escrow closes on the 17th. I have had every day has been absolutely jammed with appraisers and plumbers and retrofitters and realtors and owners and just and I just tried to manage. I mean, I have managed everything and squeezed in that little trip to Nashville. But anyway, many people have asked me why I would be leaving my beloved garden. Well, the reason is Los Angeles is a very expensive place to live. You may have heard that. The rumor has it. Well, it's true. It's very expensive. It's probably, I think San Francisco might be a little bit more expensive. And of course, Manhattan, living in Manhattan is even more expensive. I haven't lived in San Francisco, but I have lived in Manhattan. And I've lived in Los Angeles now since 1988. Oh my gosh, I came here when I was 10. But anyway, so I'm not the only owner of this house. And it's not my choice to sell. But I am embracing the change, and I am celebrating my freedom. And I really look forward to my journey ahead in my last trimester. I use that term because one of my sorority sisters, I had the most wonderful reunion with my sorority. I was a member of Zeta Tau Alpha. I don't know if anyone was ever in a sorority or knows that name, but it was just sort of a magical time before things got too crazy and and too wild. And we did skits, and we sang songs, and we learned Zeta songs, and we did skits, and we dressed up, and we had we would do our group photos. And one time we went down to a train track, and there was a caboose that was parked there. And we decided, okay, what really speaks? What are we? And what can we communicate about ourselves in a costume? And so everybody was dressed in a costume, and all over this caboose. I mean, standing in front, from standing on top to coming out the windows and standing on the end. It was all, we were all over that thing. And we did stuff like that a lot. And anyway, it was so great to see 40 of us gathered in Nashville last weekend. And fortunately, like I said, the hotel was in southwestern Nashville, and the wind roared for 2 hours and poured rain, but it didn't touch down there, thankfully. I've thought about moving to Texas. Anyway, so this house is sold, and I am looking forward to what interesting things that I can do and fulfill and accomplish in the rest of my life. And one of my sorority sisters was saying, she was sort of sitting there, she has this kind of deep voice. She was a very successful dermatologist. She's a grandmother and everything. Anyway, she's sitting there, and she's sort of like a seer, and she's going, Kaye, what are you going to do for your last trimester? Going, oh, gee, more of the same? No. And she goes, no, not more of the same. So we'll see. I'm very excited about the potential. And because things are so nerve-wracking, the oils that I am using today are joy and peace and calming together. They're very, very, very floral and relaxing. And boy, do I need that. Haffy, just be patient. I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to your present. So let me see if there's any comments while I was yakking away. Sticks, oh gosh, why can't I think of your name? You grew up where, in Los Angeles? It is, Dolores, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And the reason that people live here, so many people live here, is the weather. I mean, Fiersa Librani, good morning. Where are you writing from? Oh, Lori, I feel for you. More and more snow. Sticks, can you please remind everybody of your name? Let me see what I missed here. And Fiersa, where are you writing from? Good morning, A Star 44. What is your name, please? I think you've joined us for the first time. I don't remember your name, your channel name. All right, term. Thank you, Jack. Oh, Kevin, hi. Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's just talk about that. 4 months of growing time. Oh, wow. Many people from Dolores is saying to choose Idaho to go to. And well, it's interesting. You should say that because in 2017, I was up there 4 times looking at properties. Well, 3 times looking at properties and 1 time going skiing for and spending Christmas up there. And then I broke my arm and that didn't wind up happening. New Jersey is expensive. Thank you, Brian. Okay, Sticks, now you have to tell me your name because I can't remember. And you give me so many wonderful compliments. I really appreciate that. Kevin, thank you. Good morning, Ed. I hope you're doing well in England. Jack, I'll think about it, okay? Jamela, good morning from Trinidad and Tobago. And let's see. Lee. Okay, Lee, thank you. Is it today? I thought it was Friday. Is it today, Rebecca? International Women's Day is today. For some reason, I was thinking it was Friday. Aruba. Wow. Fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. Marielle Trump. Aruba. I actually was on Aruba briefly for about, I probably wasn't even an hour. It seems like we went over there in a boat and just stayed a little bit and then went back or something. This was so long ago. Thank you, Dolores. They are beautiful. They're staying. I'm not taking them. Good morning, Tiffany from Washington. Oh my gosh. How are things in Washington? Dare we talk about what's going on? Good morning, Maddie in Iceland. Yeah, I don't have any snow. Organic, good morning. Gardening in North Carolina, good morning. Remind everybody of your first name. You are patient, Happy. I just want to say hi to everybody that's just tuned in. No, Brian, no. No. I'm either going to live in Los Angeles or Tennessee or, well, no, I'm not going to say. Hanalei Designs from Central California. Thank you for tuning in. And if today is International Women's Day, I want to celebrate it. I want to celebrate it. Good morning, Cheryl. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see. Dave from Organic Gardening in North Carolina. Wow. Ancestors are from Iceland. That's fantastic. Yes, Kate wants me in Texas. You know, I don't think my son wants me there. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I'm a little overbearing. I don't know. I could be. It's possible. Shannon I want to say this right. Muccitelli. Did I say that right? Shannon Muccitelli. And where are you, Shannon, in Texas? Trudy, I can't move in with Daryl because his mother just moved in with Daryl. And I can't move in with Denise because she's got a perfect size little log cabin for herself. The blushed beauty. Yes, I wouldn't move to Aruba, Mario. I mean, I wouldn't move to an island, but I would gosh, this has been the hardest year and a half of my life. I would so love to go to an island and not think about all of the stress of this and the virus and all of it, all of this, everything. I would just like to just run away from the news. The blushed beauty. South Carolina is beautiful. I know it is. It really is. And I was in South Carolina, the blushed beauty, and I hope you've seen my trip when I started in Mobile. This was 2017. I started in Mobile, did several videos down there, and I went up to Charleston, and I did the Charleston Farmers Market. I did a video there, and we went out to the Butterfly Garden and in Charleston, and then I went to Columbia, the capital of South Carolina. Is it Columbia or it's Columbia? That's where Tori is with his permaculture garden. So I hope you go back and watch all those videos. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl, yes, he mentioned earlier that it went a mile from his house and he's okay. It's the first thing I would have mentioned. If 24-acre farm, Agape Ranch. Oh my goodness. How wonderful. Do you have any cows, Shannon? A star 444. Did you say your name? If not, can you write it again? And what did you say, Steve? Let's see. Island girl, that's a real idea we're thinking about. Yeah, I know. It's definitely worth thinking about. Thank you so much. Greenville, yeah, Columbia. No, oh my gosh. I was in the biggest rainstorm when I drove into Columbia. I thought, should I really be driving? I'm in this little tin can. I always rent the cheapest rental cars. And it was just like these little, oh wait, no, I take that back. Wait. I take that back. I do always rent. It's true. I do always rent the cheapest little rental car to keep costs down when I travel. But that particular trip, I picked up a car in Charleston at the airport, and sorry, but it smelled like cigarette smoke inside. And I thought, well, it's not too bad. I can, and by the time I drove back to my friend's house, I said, no, I'm not going to make a trip in this car. And so they brought me out another car, and it was an SUV. So I got to drive an SUV into Columbia. And then I went on to see OAG, Charles at Old Alabama Gardener, and my friend Mary in Eastern Tennessee. She made small batch. We did a video on small batch tomato canning. It was a great series. Anyway, Karen BRC Roof, Columbia. Karen, what are you? I only see one word Columbia on there, so I'm not sure what the thought was. We just talking Columbia, South Carolina still? I would love to see your ranch, Shannon. Is it anywhere near Austin? That's where my son lives now, and I will be going back. Amal, good morning from Saudi. Thank you. I want to say good morning to all of Amal's family. She's a wonderful fan. I love her dearly, and I hope you all enjoy my content from my channel, and tell all your friends. Yeah, I try to do that, Kevin. Kevin is talking about tuning out the negativity, and I do try to do that. Just sometimes it gets a little, everything is happening at once right now that I'm trying to deal with. Trying to deal with a lot of personal stuff and the whole sale and figuring out where I'm going and trying to assure all of my fans that I'm going to keep making videos. because uh, I enjoy it. And I tell you, I don't know if I could have gotten through this year without the support of my late bloomer fans. And perfect segue. I got I was contacted, let's see, maybe a couple of weeks ago now. Did you see what I just did? Don't do that. We are not supposed to touch our eyes anymore. So don't do that. Use a tissue or something. Don't stick your finger in your eye. Anyway, Teresa Harris, I don't know if Teresa has tuned in. Yes, we'll try to stay safe, Marielle. We'll try. It is in California. It is in Washington. It's everywhere. But anyway, Teresa Harris contacted me a couple of weeks ago. She's a new subscriber of Late Bloomer, and she did the same thing that Lisa Chandler did. She said, "I want to come up and help you." This was she wanted to see my garden. This would be the last weekend to do that. The next weekend, I will be out of here. Next Sunday, I plan to do one more live stream from right here, if I can. All of my furniture is leaving on Thursday, and Friday, we're going to clean the house. And so if I can, I'm just going to come over here, set up my laptop, and do my live stream. That will be the last one. I'm also going to shoot a video. It's going to be a see you later, not goodbye, but see you later, Late Bloomer Garden 1.0 video. Okay, let me finish what I was saying about Teresa, and then I can get back to the video. So Teresa drove up from San Diego yesterday. We had never met. She said, "I am here to help." She had cleaned out the whole back of her Jeep Cherokee and put down cloths. She said, I'll do anything that you need doing. And I was thinking, oh gosh, well, what really needs doing is cleaning out the garage, because when you sell a house, they don't show the inside of the garage. And so you have a tendency to just put all of your piles of stuff in there that you haven't had time to sort through and figure out where, how it goes or moved or whatever. But then I thought, she's got this Jeep Cherokee, which is bigger than the back of my Prius. And I'm going, wow. So what we did was we loaded up some stuff to go to my apartment. We loaded up some stuff to go to Salvation Army. We loaded up, let's see. Oh, gosh, now what did we do? Oh, we loaded up some stuff to go to my storage unit. So we drove all the way over to the freeway, got into this. I haven't even been to the storage unit in 2 or 3 months, and got some stuff out of there, put some stuff in there, and got some stuff out. And then we went to Salvation Army, and then we went to my place. And then we came home because, Renee, Denora's husband, Renee, who has been with me since before I started the Late Bloomer Garden. Renee is the gardener who's the husband of Denora, who's my Friday housekeeper for 17 years or something. And I had asked Renee, he's got one of those small Toyota pickup trucks. And I said, this segues to the video thing I wanted to talk about. If you have questions, just wait a second. And so I had asked Renee when he picked up Denora on Friday if he could stop by here yesterday at 3:00. He said he could come at 3. And I said, because what Eric came on, I filmed the last workday video with Eric on Friday. He came Friday instead of Saturday. Our workday videos used to be on Thursday, and he started coming on Saturday some months ago. But yesterday he wanted to switch. So he came on Friday, and we dug up everything that I wanted to take. Something of every, I have a lot of cardamom. So I took a lot of cardamom with me, and I am going to make individual plants and sell them. Why not, right? Cardamom is a fabulous plant. And in fact, I am going to be doing a video on cardamom. Do I have any Indian friends tuned in? Cardamom originates from India, and about 1914, I think it was. Cardamom is one of the top 3 most expensive spices, and it is a plant that gets up to 10 feet high and spreads out, and it reproduces under the ground, rhizomes. And so I have, I started out with 1 or 2 little plants from Sharon's Natural Gardens in Delaware, and you can find her live plants, tinctures, and seeds on localharvest.org. And we have to support our gardeners, our really healthy gardeners. And so please, I encourage you to support her. Localharvest.org, Sharon's Natural Gardens. Anyway, you can even have cardamom in as a house plant. And you can cook with the leaves, and it flavors the leaves and the seeds. Obviously, the seeds become the spice. And so mine hasn't fruited here. It hasn't made the seed pods, which you get the seeds and the spice from. But I have a lot of it. And so I took a bunch, and I'm going to make individual plants, and I'm going to sell them, mail them to people, or, if people want them in where I live, do that. Anyway, I had so many plants here. 2 trees, 3 pots of cardamom, like pots like that. I had my rose. Remember I said I was going to dig up my rose? I left half of it over there. So many things. And, my blueberries. My blueberries is like that big. My blueberry thing is really heavy, and it was like that long. And if you remember the blueberries that I covered in red netting, so I said that, if it had just still been sticks and brown leaves like it was a month ago, I would have said, give it away. Hi. I can't, very little head. Can't tell what bird that is. But it's full of blueberries and flowers. And I said, oh, no, there is no way I'm missing another crop of blueberries. If you saw last year, I made that blueberry compote video. Oh my gosh, I want to do that again so bad. Anyway, he packed. If you saw that photo that I posted on Facebook this morning, no, it was Instagram, Facebook. The whole back of his little Toyota pickup was full of my plants. Now, they told me I could bring a couple of trees over there. Well, now I have my apple tree, which is this wide. It's a espalier. I have my apple tree. I have a kefir lime. I have calamandin lime. I have Kishu mandarin. I have a lot of cardamom, and my rose bush. And the exciting thing over there is that we have this corridor, and there are all these plants all the way down, and we've got little sunlights. Like I left after dark last night, and they're all lit, the little solar lights, so it lights up the walkway. And different people have different plants there, but we managed to squeeze all of my plants in there. It was just amazing. So I'm so excited that I was able to take so much stuff with me. Okay. I think so videos coming up. So I want to give a big shout out to Teresa for helping me do all of that yesterday. We came home, we loaded up all of that stuff. Both of Renee and Teresa and I, we drove over in the 2 cars, and then Renee unloaded all of the plant. Renee and I and Teresa unloaded all of the plants, and Amy, my friend who lives there, was telling me where everything should go. And I was just going, yeah, whatever you say. And so we got them all in there. Renee left. Then Teresa and I unloaded her car, and I made at least 10 trips up to my apartment, up the back stairs. And then we came home. I sort of remember putting my purse on the kitchen counter, and then we came home and we said goodbye, and she left for San Diego. And I went, where's my purse? I mean, my brain was just mush after all of that day. And I thought, I sort of remembered putting it on the kitchen counter. So I had to drive over there without my purse. And it was sitting right there. So anyway, that was an exhausting day. And I wanted to edit a video. Speaking of videos, I wanted to edit a video last night, and it did not get done. And I was in bed by like 8:30. I was up at 4 working on that video, though. Didn't get it finished, but let me tell you what it is. And I want everybody to watch it. Please, please, please. It's not about gardening. It's about my move, my transition, follow my journey. And I had a grand piano that's been sitting in my living room since 1999. I don't really play. I tried learning, a long time ago. But I wanted to have a piano for my sons to learn to play piano. But this particular piano has quite a story, and so what I did is I filmed the move of this piano, which is now over there, and this piano weighs 700 pounds, and it is sitting in my second floor walk-up. Okay, and you will be amazed at this video, but the last half of the video is the story behind the piano and why it was so important for me not to get rid of it, to sell it or whatever, especially since I don't really play. So I hope to have that up this afternoon. As soon as I can get back in here, I am going to start editing. And if I can get it up this afternoon, I will. So please, please just make sure you hit the red bell for notifications and watch that video. And if you go back and look at some of if you've been missing my channel because I didn't get anything up this week, go back and look at some of my last few videos. I'd really appreciate the extra views and the likes and the shares and all of that. Now, let me see if, and I've got 3 videos shot. So I've got the workday video needs to be edited, the piano move, and then yesterday with Teresa. So that's all just waiting for me to edit. Let's see. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you, Dee. Wow, Kate. Blue Moon in Bosnia. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Go back and watch the beginning if you haven't, because I've been talking nonstop. Who'd I miss? Good morning, Leslie from Spokane. How is it up there in Spokane? Lisa Lee? Oh, Lisa, I start reading that. I may have broken my thumb and I'm going, oh, and then hitting the love button for Kaye. Thank you. Good morning, Lori from Rohnert Park, soon to be moving to Oceanside. I forget where Rohnert Park is, but I've been to Oceanside. Hi, Michael from Kentucky. Michael needs to connect with Food Forest next door, Louisville. Teresa Harris, there she is, everybody. Say hello to Teresa. She was such a trooper yesterday. Drove up from San Diego, worked all day with me, and drove home last night. And drove around, drove me around, which was just such a treat. And I really, really appreciate it. And this is just the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Like all of the people who follow my channel and tune in each week and have come and helped me here or come and visited and support this channel, it means the world to me. I can't tell you. 71 watching and only 40 something of these, 81 watching and only 44 of these. So hit the like button if you can. I really appreciate it. If you're on mobile, you've got to get off, hit the like button and get back on to the live stream. Okay. Okay, Dolores, thank you. That's great. Justine. It's your least favorite herb. Just don't like the flavor. Okay, interesting. Why don't you tell us the best way to prepare a blueberry cutting? You just cut it, and I'm talking to Justine. She's talking about she loves blueberries, and she has 30 cuttings to plant and give away. The compote, yes, Justine, please go and find that blueberry compote video. I tried to make it as delectable. You know, we make these videos in a day. Well, I shoot in a day and I edit the next day. And if you see some really professional production, they make everything look so amazing, and commercials, you have no idea. I did so many commercials in New York for food. I did a chocolate candy bar. I did Kentucky Fried Chicken at least twice. I did all kinds of food stuff. And you have to make the stylists have to make the food look delectable. Well, this is a channel. I'm doing everything. You can only do what you can do. But I think that blueberry compote video, it looked tasty. I did, Firsa. I did. So I have my loquat. Dug it up. Eric dug it up on Friday. My loquat. My kefir and Kishu mandarin were still in pots from when I bought them last year or a year ago. And the calamandin lime was in my big, huge ceramic pot. Remember the one that's over there it's beautiful, but it's big. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh my gosh. It takes like 3 people to lift that thing. And Renee was shorter than me. Yesterday, I said, we're going to help you with that pot, Renee. You're not going to pick that thing up. And he gets down, and it has the lid here, and he puts his hand in the hole at the bottom, which it was like this, and he lifts this thing up on his chest like that, and he walks in like that. I'm going, oh my God. Brute strength. Talking of brute strength, wait till you see the piano video. Well, Lisa, we can talk because I'm going to have plants. Let's see. Yes. Well, Jake is saying the Ontario gardener. Jake and I go back to the very beginning, guys, of my gardening, because we started I joined when we just had 10 people, I think. I joined a Facebook group called Growing Vegetables in California. And it was started by a guy who I don't think he participates or hasn't in a long time. I actually met him when I went to my first National Heirloom Expo. I met him and his wife and his child. And he's in the Sacramento area. But Jake happens to be in Ontario, in Canada. He's American, but his wife is Canadian. They live up there. He has a big spread up there with horse barn, and I think don't you lease out spaces for people to rent for their horses and things like that, or you did. Anyway, Jake says it's great to take plants with you, and so I said to Teresa yesterday when I was I don't know. I said to Teresa yesterday after we had moved the plants and we were coming back here, I said, obviously, if your kids are grown and they're out of the house like mine, I said, home is where your plants are. So, I still have all these beautiful plants here, but I've had to make the break and say, okay, there's so many plants still left here, and so many fruit producing plants. There are 5 pineapple guava trees. There is a Mexican pink guava. There are 2 olive trees that produce olives. There are and by the way, somebody was telling me that maybe it's one of our my fans told me that there's some not cure, but some fix for this olive fruit fly that gets the maggot in every olive. I don't know. I hope so. Anyway, sugar cane, 2 major passion fruit vines. Oh, Teresa, we forgot to get you a cutting of the passion fruit. I'll take some cuttings and when I see you. So many, and the plum tree. I got that plum tree. When we did all of that pruning, as you will see in the video from Friday, you can see how the pineapple guavas were cut back to sticks. They were so cut back and they're exploding with growth. I haven't seen that happening with the plum tree yet. I hope he didn't go too far. Let's see. What did I miss? I am on a roll today. I can't stop talking. Lisa, thank you for asking. We were going to do that yesterday. Teresa and I were going to take a piece of the African blue basil, and that didn't happen. And I was meant to do that on Friday, and it didn't happen. I did take some borage. She took some borage. If those plants prosper, it was very wilted last night because borage is, the stems are hollow, and we didn't cut it. What am I saying? We dug it up, but it was just like that. So hopefully it'll recover. And then it will, of course, reseed. But I'll try to do that. African blue basil is the only sterile, let's see, what is it called? It's a sterile hybrid, doesn't make seeds. So you either have to propagate it by cuttings, which I haven't tried to do, or buying a plant. Haffy. Oh, speaking of Haffy, let's get this. It's 8:47. Look what I got from Haffy in Colorado. I wrote him a day or two ago, and I said, "Is it live plants?" Because I'd like to just wait till the live stream to open it. I love to share my presents with you guys. And he said, "Go for it." So I waited. When you're opening boxes, by the way, always go that way and don't go this way. I did that once when I was in college. I had an X-Acto blade in my hand and I was pulling. I'm doing it. It's crazy. I pulled it towards me and it went right into my thigh. Boy, Haffy, could you put a little bit more tape on that? Let's see. I'm complaining about how you wrapped my gift. There we go. It's kind of heavy. I have no idea what's in here. There's a note on top. I'll see if this is for public consumption. Oh. He is apologizing for his cursive. His cursive is beautiful. Look at that. I mean, I used to have really beautiful cursive. This cursive is still very good, Haffy. He says, this is a small gift to show that to his appreciation of me and what I do, my channel. And he hopes I can use the seeds in my new place and get some satisfaction from the extra nutrition from sprouting these seeds and the jars as well. Oh, are these sprouting jars? Do you know how much I love Earl Grey tea? Oh my goodness. Let's see, I think that's just packing material. Oh, wow, look at this. I've always wanted some of these, and I don't have them. It was so thoughtful, Happy. Thank you. There's 2 sprouting jars like that. You know, I just want everything as simple as possible. Teresa was telling me yesterday, you'll see in the video, she makes extract. She's all over doing all these kinds of things, and she's only been gardening for 3. Oh, wow. So this is a huge bag of seeds. A huge bag of different kinds of seeds. This is from the Sprout House in Lake Katrine, New York. Certified organic. Sprouting directions. Love that. And without reading all of these directions, do you have to put these with a little bit of bleach? Because I remember when I did the botanical interest, it's a different kind of a sprouting thing. Thank you so much, Haffy. I really appreciate your support. And I'm going to drink this on my last live stream from this place. So I don't break them. Okay. Thank you so much. That was very, very generous. Let's see. Kai Ducour, you're a wonderful role model. You have blessed life and share so much. We love you. Oh, thank you so much, Kai. I don't remember you writing before. And I love your name, Ducour. Ducour. In French, you say cœur means heart. Cœur. Kai Ducour. Where are you writing from? You have perfect English, so you must be writing from an English-speaking country. Everybody, if you're on mobile and you don't know how to do the thumbs up, you get off the mobile and you click the like button and you go back on. Rebecca, I answered your question, right? Oh, don't be embarrassed. Are you kidding? Let's see. Thank you so much. Kate is posting my various links. If you're interested in getting involved with essential oils, I believe that I work with the best company, and that's Young Living. It's the first and foremost company. Today I'm using Joy and Peace and Calming to try to stay calm, because the last walkthrough of the house is at 11 o'clock, which is why I can't go very long today. I still have, on Thursday, I said, okay, today's the day I'm going to clean all of my, when you have a bathroom and you're there for 25 years, you have 45 little tubes of things you've traveled, you've got all this stuff that you think, well, maybe I'll use that body lotion, and you never do, and you never remember it. You use the same one over and over, but you've got all of this stuff, and you've got Q-tips, and you've got this, and alcohol swabs, and you say, well, I might cut myself, so you hang on to all this stuff, and it becomes this mountain of stuff. And so, hey, come over here. Go around this way. Guess who just dropped in?
I have to get to Sunday school soon, though, so I just want to say hi.
Okay, can you say hi to here, come on this side. She's right here just for 1 second. This is Sophia. She's going to class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you later. Have fun.
Bye.
Careful. Hi. Pull. Yeah. They walk to some kind of class every Sunday morning, and that's Sophia, and she's been my neighbor since I started the garden. They moved over there in 2006 when that huge house was built, and she was in my very first video, Welcome to Late Bloomer. She's in a little clip in there, and now she is 13. And I think she was 4. No, she was 5. And she was holding a strawberry, and she goes, and I said in that video, and we'll hear from experts, because I was talking about, on my very first video, I wanted to just lay it all out, what my plan was for the show. Because at the time, there were no garden series on YouTube. I was one of the first, and I made more of a show, you know. And this was before the really good smartphones. The selfie camera on the smartphones had just come out, so there was like nothing. I didn't even know how to make. I didn't even know what the format should be, what the form should be, and you know, anyway. That first video, I said, okay, here's what you're going to see on Late Bloomer. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to plant seeds. We're going to do that, and we'll hear from experts. And I cut to Sophia, and she's holding a strawberry, and she goes, "It's red," which I thought was very funny. Anyway, she really is going to miss me. She was so sad yesterday. Oh, Rebecca, what are you starting? Tell us quick what you're starting. She's starting her seeds today. I'm going to try to start some of these sprouting. Yeah, the thing is, I am trying to decide which night. I was thinking about doing like a little live video, or maybe, what do you think would be good? A little live video as the countdown, you know, just like 5-10 minute video. This is what's happening today. Okay, I'm here 3 more days. Would that be of interest to anybody? I just, you know, I've been here so long, and I just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to be gone. It's going to be over. I am going to have my. Remember when I started, I said, "See you later." That was on all of my first Late Bloomer videos. At the end, I would say, let's see, I'm Kaye, I'm a late bloomer. Let's see, how did I say it? Gosh, help me out, guys. The ones who have haven't seen any of my old episodes in a couple of years. I'm Kaye, I'm a late bloomer. And I think I said, I'm Kaye, I'm a late bloomer, and I'll see you next time. I think that's what I did at the end of all of my videos back then. This was before YouTube started the whole end screen and cards and all of that stuff. And my shows ended. You know, now there's this 20-second end screen. A lot of people don't stick around for those. I noticed from my analytics, you guys. And on the end screens, that's where you get the hot links for recommended videos and subscribing to my website, which I would wish you all would do. Just subscribe to latebloomershow.com. And I don't post that often, so it's not going to take up a lot of your time because I'm so busy making videos. I want to crank out 3 videos this week to make up for the last 2 weeks. And also I was thinking about doing just like countdown live streams, just like 10 minutes, something like that. What do you think? Do you think that's worthwhile? Would you tune in for that? Letitia Venmore, hi, I see you. Grandma Sandy, thank you so much. Let's see where I'm at today. It's slowed down quite a bit. My subscribers it's 54 now. My subscribers have slowed down quite a bit because I haven't been uploading. You know, if you're not uploading, if you upload, you get more views, you get more subscribers. It just works that way. And I have been so busy. I was hoping to hit 53 today. No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. 53.6. It's at 52,581. But considering it was less than 20,000 in December of last year, quite a bit less than 20,000, I'm very proud of the growth of the channel, and I'm just hoping that I can keep everybody really interested and engaged and learning. And I can't wait to do my cardamom video, and I really need to do that before I go. Oh, yeah, I dug up a canna. I'm taking my stevia. Daryl, I'm taking that stevia plant. It looks like crap. It looks terrible. But the only reason I kept it and I put it in a pot to take it is because I got it from you, and I put it in my backpack and took it on the plane, and I planted it here, and it was so beautiful. And it had little tiny, it was budding out, leafing out. And so I thought, okay, if it wants to live, it's going with me. What else did I dig up? Oh, I dug up the old man cactus. Yeah, that was interesting because that thing is very deceptive. It looks like a cotton ball, but man, is it deadly. Letitia, where are you writing from? You're right, Grandma Sandy. I mean, the first thing I'm going to do, Grandma Sandy is saying, how's your husband, by the way? Grandma Sandy, how's your husband doing? I hope he's doing okay. The first thing I'm going to do is the corridor has a lot of plants, no edible plants. I changed that yesterday. Okay. There's now a focus on edible plants in the corridor. And I hope to be able to figure out which of the, plants that, in an apartment building, people put plants there and they move and they don't take them. So there's a few of those that could really get out of there and make space for my plants. But there are many, many beautiful roses, and those are grown by my friend that lives there. And so I'm hoping to do a rose video, and I'm hoping she can resuscitate and make beautiful my heirloom rose, because once again, it's something that I had over. Oh my gosh, I should dig up my grapevine. I hadn't thought of that. I dug it up from over there and planted it over here. No, I've dug it up from over there, planted it. Wait. I dug it up from over there. We planted it somewhere over here. I forget what. It was in a pot, I think. Then we put it in the ground over there. And guess what? It looks beautiful. It is. Remember, we just the other day when the wind blew down the princess flower branch, Eric cut it off, and then he decided it was his idea to use that as a trellis. And so we wound the grapevine up. Remember, there wasn't a single leaf on that grapevine. It looked dead. Completely beautiful green leaves all over it. It wants to live. Oh. Gosh, that almost looks like I see two little things coming off of my dragon cactus. Hey, Terry.
Good morning.
I see two little things coming off my dragon cactus. And from here, I can't tell if they're leaves or if there might be flowers. Oh, it's never bloomed. It's so huge. It is 14 feet long. Several branches. It's unbelievable. You'll see it. I'm going to do a complete tour of what's left when I say goodbye. Not goodbye. See you later to Late Bloomer Garden 1.0. Letitia, did you answer me? Where are you writing from? Oh, that's great, Grandma Sandy. Oh, that's great. Her husband's doing better, everybody. Grandma Sandy is one of about 10 people. I know a lot of people are shy. I know my friend in Pennsylvania is shy. Tracy Garnes, who sent me that wonderful package of teas and blackberry jam and stuff. She doesn't join the live streams because she goes to church at this time on Sundays. And I think that we need to get a new time. And I would really like everybody to weigh in when they would be free to watch my regular weekly live stream. Because, I mean, Sunday's the best for quiet. And as the Sunday progresses, it gets noisier. By 8:30, well, it's 9 o'clock now. I'm surprised the Cessnas are not going over. But anyway, is there another time that we could do this so that our church-going friends could join us. I would like that. Anyway, Tracy and Grandma Sandy and Steve at Deadly Wound and a girl from the Philippines who doesn't speak English. There were about 10 people that sent me those 1-minute videos for my 7th anniversary. And I put them on my Facebook page because I didn't have that many. And what was I saying? Grandma Sandy was one of them. And she's very shy and she's not used to being on camera. So's Tracy. But I was really pleased that you sent that video, Grandma Sandy. And please give my best to your husband. Hey, is Luis here? England. Thank you, Letitia Venmore, writing from England. Where in England? Hi, Luis. Luis is promoting the app, smartphone app, say that 10 times, smartphone app, Crop Swap. If you're in an area with a lot of gardeners, you could get on this app and you could trade and barter and sell and all that sort of thing. So you might want to check out that app, Crop Swap. No, I've noticed that, Rebecca. I've noticed that about you. That's why we get along so well. Lori, did I make a face? Oh, Lori, are you talking about the face when I was saying that about the grapevine, when I went like this? I don't know if that's the face you're talking about. And Kevin, what are we talking about? No ladders. Okay, I have many pineapples. That's the great thing about Florida is pineapples and bananas. You can grow bananas in Phoenix. I don't know about pineapples. I don't think Jack has tried pineapples. You know, speaking of Phoenix, everybody. Oh, wow. Well, Haffy, I'm glad I sent you a lot of seeds then. You only got 4 or 5 out of 16. It's not too good. I did much better than that this summer. Same seeds. Oh, Rebecca's talking about growing a pepper inside under a grow light. I must do that. I cannot even think about not having a pepper plant. I took one pepper plant over there yesterday. It doesn't look very good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Wow. And Kevin, you do work full time, right? It sounds like you have a really big garden. Hi from Italy, Ilaria Luca. Hello. Where are you writing from in Italy? And do you have a garden? How are things in Italy? I'm concerned about the virus in Italy. Thank you, Grandma Sandy. She says, we were doing awesome growing your channel. Yes, you were. Cucumbers, marigolds, licorice, basil, anise, lavender, Tokyo long bunch. Well, okay. I haven't started them, but look at the seeds I have. These are all from Baker Creek because they were donated for an event I went to. And I just, people were leaving and there was all these seeds and they weren't grabbing seeds. And, I did. So this is Castelluto Florentino. This is Italian. Ilaria, that's an Italian one. This is peppercress. I have never grown peppercress. Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. We just have to stop the orange blossom.
Aren't they amazing?
Oh my gosh, it's like we might be back. It's so
Well,
sad.
do you live here?
No, we're actually visiting from Santa Fe. My husband's from here though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you notice that I'm moving?
I saw.
Yeah.
I saw.
I'm only here one more week. Are you going to be here for a little while?
Holy cow, just till Wednesday.
Well, stop back by.
You're very kind.
Okay, yeah.
Where are you moving to?
I'm moving to an apartment.
Okay. Oh, just downsizing. Hey, at least you're still in the city.
Yeah.
Great life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Stop back by. I'm doing a live stream right now, or I would come and talk to you.
You're fine. We disturb you. Take care.
Okay. Lettuce, Paris Island Cos. I love romaine. Amaranth, Iwana's orange. Isn't that beautiful? I grew amaranth for like 3 years. I loved growing amaranth. Blue spice basil. Tomato Principe Borghese. Principe Borghese. I'm not sure. And Golden King of Siberia tomato. You have no idea how crazy this makes me to think that I could have. But maybe I can grow these down in, well, we're already into March. If I'm going to seed tomatoes, I got to do it fat. No. Is it? I think it's too late. I think it's too late. I was going to say I could seed them and then plant them down at, you may have noticed that I haven't started the project down in Del Rey with Moira because everything, is I got this buyer and everything heated up with inspectors and this thing and that thing. I mean, it was just like, it's all I've been able to do is just to manage all this. And so, let's see, where are we? Tiffany Jones, hello. The thing about Rebecca, I don't love poblano. It's kind of like, and they're okay, but it's not my favorite. They look beautiful though. I grew them once. Thank you, Kate, for promoting me constantly. Okay, let's see. Lisa Lee. Oh, Lisa, if you're talking about that look when I was looking over there, no, I don't need a ladder for that. But the thing is, I don't want to leave that grapevine. We dug up everything yesterday that we could. Let's see. Luis, if you're still there, how am I? I am walking away from this garden in 7 days. So that's how I am. But I'm looking forward to actually making a little, I've always had that thing, always my whole life. It's like wherever I am, I try to make the best of a situation, and even when in Florida, in Sanford, Florida, there was a time when they built a bunch of bomb shelters in Florida. I don't know if you guys know this. This was a while ago. And my boyfriend's mother lived in a house that had a bomb shelter. And so that bomb shelter became like my space, It's like this little thing with no windows is crazy, but wherever I am, I try to make the best of it and try to make it mine and try to put my creative stamp on it, even if it's small. So the problem with my apartment is I have so many possessions now that so much art and everything. It's just for a while I won't be able to show you my house because my apartment because it's just boxes are going to be stacked up to the ceiling. I see that it just goes dark every time I move. I don't know why it does that. Let's say, okay. Lori, you say grow some babies. You mean some baby plants, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Oh, thank you, Dee. Connie. I know, see, Connie, that's what I was just thinking. But no, does everybody remember the Aunt Ruby's monster tomato plant? I did a video called The Monster Tomato Plant or something. And, and, and it was the biggest tomato plant I had ever had. It was huge. And that plant I did not seed myself. I bought it from Digging Dog Nursery, I think. Is that right? Anyway, this couple have a house over in LA. They live in a regular neighborhood, and they open their gate once a year in March, and they use the best amendments in soil and everything. And I've got that plant there, and I'm thinking, I need to get to that sale. If this is a very public walkway where our plants are, and I just can't imagine that I would ever get a tomato because it would always be taken. But I'm covering my blueberries with red voile. I found my red voile yesterday. I have yards of it that I've never used. It was all twisted up, long and twisted up like a rope. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I'm going to get that covered up. It's still got flowers on it, so I want the bees to do their job, finish doing their job, because the first ones the blooms have fallen off and the blueberry is there. When you only have 2 little plants, you don't get that many. You maybe wind up with a pint total if you're lucky. But I tell you, when you grow your own blueberries and you pick a pint of blueberries and you get to eat those, it's like, oh, fantastic. I should grow some babies. You're right. Harag, how are you? Yeah, you can use the cuttings from the bottom of the tomato. Tomatoes grow like a weed. What happens is it'll start putting out little stems, and you can do that, or it's probably better just to take off the suckers. And I mean, when I was down and seeing Charles in Alabama, if you remember, he actually cut a sucker and stuck it in potting soil in a pot. He didn't bother to root it in water or anything. And I tried doing that, and it limped over and it never recovered. And I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, they're pretty tough. You can definitely get more plants out of that plant, Harag. Yeah, I hope so too, Grandma Sandy. I haven't heard any comments from the new owners about the garden, so I don't know how they feel about it. Luis, are you talking to me when you said yes, you asked me to go with you? What are we talking about? Oh, I'm jealous. Luis, have you got some Aunt Rubies? Come up and drive up here and give me one. Green Eater. Oh, interesting. A bird of paradise is humongous. I don't know that I would have one indoors. The number one plant you should have indoors health-wise is mother-in-law's tongue. I'm talking to Green Eater. I have no idea if a bird of paradise would bloom. It's kind of a tropical plant. It's certainly a warm weather plant. And I don't know if it would bloom inside. I really don't. I'd have to research that. Right, Grandma Sandy, that's what I was referring to. Oh, good, Trudy. Are you still growing them? I sent Trudy some seeds. She sent me some seeds. You sent me pepper seeds, as I recall, didn't you? It's been a while. Good morning, Steve Rogers. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to be getting off very, very soon. I've got to get out of here. Little Tony, how long have you been there? I need to get off, Tony. I can't believe you're just joining now. What are we talking about? One mother plant of Kevin. Which plant are we talking about? Are we talking about pineapples or tomatoes? Tatyanev, if that's your name, I hope I pronounced it right. Where are you writing from? And thank you so much. I think you're joining the live stream for the first time. Where are you writing from? Green Eater, yeah, says yeah, but what was the question I asked? Green Eater. Oh yeah, about the bird of paradise. Kathy Franklin, where are you writing from? I'm just about to get off. I have got to get out of here. I've got an hour to get this place into shape. Yes, the mother-in-law's tongue is one of the best plants to have in your house to take the toxins out of the air. And once I get settled and I have a little bit of space inside, I'm getting one. Does anybody want me to go down to see Green Zebra Gardening's front yard garden? If you recall, Luis, I did his front yard garden, that video probably 4 years ago. Hummingbirds love orange blossoms, by the way. I see them over there, just going from one to the next. Oh, Tony, I'm sorry. I do have to get off, and please go back and watch it when you have a second, when you have an hour and 22 minutes, please, because I've been talking nonstop, really. There's a lot going on. Okay. Kevin is answering your question, Green Eater. The answer is no, not indoors. How do you clone them from suckers, Kevin? Greenville, Tennessee, which is where, Kathy? Gina, where you been? Gina's in North Carolina. I'm just now noticing you, Gina, if you've written before. You're going to do a Google. You mean you're going to search mother-in-law's tongue? Mother-in-law's tongue has about 10 different names. So you'll find that out when you look it up. Kevin wants me to revisit your garden, Luis. Argentina. Thank you so much for tuning in. Argentina, Iceland, Manchester, England, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Aruba, Italy, my brain is working very slowly today. Can you tell? What other countries were there tuned in? Trudy, you are growing 30 varieties of tomatoes? Really? How big is your garden? Yes, Steve, you're right. Oh my gosh. You know, I didn't, Tony, and I'm going to write that down. I'm supposed to get cod liver oil and OJ, right? I've got castor oil, but that's not the same thing. Speaking of OJ, ta-da! Almost forgot. Wanted to show you my OJ. I confess, I did not squeeze this. Denora squeezed it because, oh dear. Okay, I am being summoned. This was squeezed by Denora while I was working with Eric, while I was shooting the video and working with Eric on Friday. I'm going to miss that. I'm not going to have an orange tree over there. If I go to Tennessee, I'm not going to have an orange tree either. Lash. Yes, Fiersa, your edible garden is what will feed you. That's the most important thing. And if you have time and energy and money, have a lot of house plants. But first and foremost, edible plants. Ooh. I did not know that. Rebecca is saying castor oil. She's our late bloomer resident scientist. We have a resident meteorologist and a resident scientist, and probably many other things. Teresa is a escrow officer, and I don't know what everybody else does. I think, Kevin, you must work full time. You're young, but you got a huge garden. Oh, Tony, I don't have fresh OJ every morning for 3 weeks. Come on, not even right now. I can't make that happen. Yes, Sansevieria, that sounds familiar. Oh, Connie, I'm jealous. Let's see. Can we translate that latest comment? Does anybody know what that says? Oh, wow. Construction safety officer. Okay. Anybody else have any interesting jobs that they do? Hi, Fabio. Where are you writing from? What country? Millwright, industrial mechanic, and power engineer. But it's like that sign that says, I'd rather be gardening. Steve, is that what you feel like? You'd rather be gardening? I know the feeling. CJ, haven't heard from you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. Okay, everybody, it's 9:28, and I have just been texted by the realtor, and she's asking questions about the gas shutoff valve that was replaced or changed, and I have an hour to work some magic here, so I am going to have to sign off. I've had such a great time just carrying on like crazy. So I hope everybody who tuned in late will go back and watch the live stream and stay in touch. And of course, next week, be sure to tune in 8 sharp Pacific Standard Time next Sunday, which will be my last one from Late Bloomer Garden 1.0. And watch for my videos this week. Watch some of my videos that haven't gotten as many views. Share them. I'd really appreciate the support. And I love you all so much. And be safe, be well, take care of yourself, take a lot of vitamin C, stay healthy, and don't eat any junk food so that your immune system is very strong. And we stay healthy. That's the number one thing. So I hope you have a healthy week. And I love you guys, and see you next week.